California DMV CDL Handbook, Section 12. This section is all about taking your test, your skills test. Section 12, the Basic Control Skills Test. You're going to need to know this because you're going to have to take the skills test. In this quick video, we're going to cover the scoring process and the exercises that you'll have to perform. The entire Basic Control Skill Test must be conducted in English language. If you communicate in a language other than English or fail to comprehend instructions given to you in English during the skills test, you probably won't be able to watch this video because you don't know what I'm saying. You will receive a verbal warning for the first two offenses committed on the same test date. Upon the third offense committed on the same test date, the test will end as an automatic failure. Scoring. Your performance on the Basic Control Skills Test is scored by the examiner. You will be scored for the following. You will be scored for crossing boundaries, scored for pull-ups, scored for outside vehicle observations or looks, and you will be scored for your final position. Now, what is an encroachment? Well, the examiner will score the number of times that you touch or cross over an exercise boundary line or cone with any portion of your vehicle. So each encroachment will count as an error. Pull-ups. What is a pull-up? Well, not the exercise, but during the driving test, when a driver stops and pulls forward to clear an encroachment or get a better position, it is scored as a pull-up. Stopping without changing direction does not count as a pull-up. You will not be penalized for initial pull-ups. However, an exercise number of pull-ups or an excessive number of pull-ups will count as an error. Now, what are they talking about when they say outside vehicle observation or looks? Well, you will be permitted to safely stop and exit the vehicle to check the external position of your vehicle. This is known as a look. Now, when doing so, you must place the vehicle in neutral and set the parking brake. Then, when exiting the vehicle, you must do so safely by facing the vehicle and maintaining 3 points of contact with the vehicle at all times. When exiting a bus, maintain a firm grasp on the handrail at all times. If you do not safely secure the vehicle or safely exit the vehicle, it may result in an automatic failure of the Basic Control Skills Test. The maximum number of times that you may look to check your position of your vehicle is 2. So you get 2 looks. Except for the straight line backing exercise, which allows only 1 look. Each time you open the door, move for a seated position where a physical control of your vehicle or on a bus walk to the back of a bus to get a better view, it is scored as a look. Now, what do they mean when they talk about the final position? Well, the final position, it is important that you finish each exercise exactly as the examiner has instructed you. If you do not maneuver the vehicle into a final position as described by the examiner, you will be penalized and you could fail the basic skills test. Exercises. What type of exercises will you have to do? The purpose of the Basic Control Skills Test is to evaluate your skill in controlling the vehicle and judging its position in relation to other objects while maneuvering through various exercises. The judgment and skills required for each exercise can apply to many different driving situations. Now, you will be tested on a subset of the following exercises. You're going to be tested on straight line backing, means you have to back straight up. You will be tested on offset back right and offset back left. You will have to know how to parallel park on the driver's side, and you'll have to know how to parallel park on the conventional side. And then you'll have to alley dock. Note: refusing or failure to complete a Basic Control Skills Test exercise as instructed may result in an automatic failure. Now, these exercises are shown in some pictures I'll show you here in a moment, but let's talk about straight line backing. Straight line backing You may be asked to back your vehicle in a straight line between two rows of cones without touching or crossing over the exercise boundary of cones. You want to see the picture? Here it is, a straight line backing. Okay, offset, back right. You may be asked to back into a space that is to the right rear of your vehicle. You will drive straight toward the outer boundary. From that position, you must back the vehicle into the opposite lane until the front of your vehicle has passed the first set of cones without striking boundary lines or cones. You'll see a picture here. So you have to pull up, then you have to back up into another lane. Okay, offset backing left. You may be asked to back into a space that is to the left rear of the vehicle. You will drive straight toward the outer boundary. From this position, you must back the vehicle into the opposite lane until the front of the vehicle has passed the first set of cones without striking the boundary markers. Take a look at this picture here. I'll show you. Okay, so you pull forward, and you have to back up into the opposite lane on the left side. Okay, you can do that. Okay, parallel parking on the driver's side. You may be asked to park a parallel parking space that is on your left. You will drive past the entrance of the parallel parking space with your vehicle parallel to the parking area, and then back into the space without crossing front side or rear boundary markers by cones. Now, you are required to get your entire vehicle completely into the space. Here's a picture here. This is how you'll parallel park. Okay. And parallel park on the conventional side is the opposite side of the parallel parking on the driver's side. Okay, how to alley dock. You may be asked to side back your vehicle into an alley. You will drive past the alley and position your vehicle parallel to the outer boundary. From that position back into the alley, bringing the rear of your vehicle within 3 feet of the rear of the alley, without touching boundary lines or cones. Now, your vehicle must be straight within the alley lane when completed. I'll show you a picture here. Okay, you can do this. Pull forward, and you'll back into the alley. Dock your truck. Okay, so you remember what you got to do now. Simple. What you're going to do, you're going to have to back in a straight line. Then you have to back into an opposite lane, and then back into the opposite lane on the other side. Then you have to parallel park, and then parallel park on the other side. And then you're going to have to back into an alley. That's simple. So it's 6 exercises. Thank you so much for watching. The next video will complete the last chapter in the DMV handbook.